Hi, I'm Rochester Chamber Communications Director Dan Smith, here with Dixon Schwabl CEO Lauren Dixon. Lauren, how is Dixon Schwabl handling the New York State on Pause initiatives?
I think really, really well. Our team is working from home. This is week 6. And it's been interesting, Dan, because I was always an advocate for working in the office and for that exchange, day to day with people. And I was not a real big fan of anybody working from home, quite honestly. And I have done a total reverse on that whole thing. I believe that people, anyway, have been super efficient, and they have told me time and time again that they get more done at home. So I think that may be in our future moving forward for sure.
A great segue into our next segment here. You just posted your next column on the Rochester Business Journal website, how your company can be a great place to work in a time of crisis. What's the overall thesis of this column?
Well, I really was thinking about how companies can continue showing up every single day as themselves when they're working from home. So how do you translate your core values each and every day to your team members so that you maintain that culture, that you don't lose it? And as we all know, trust is the number one thing to becoming a great place to work, but also instilling a fabulous culture. So for us, we've spent a lot of time trying to maintain some of the same things that we've always done. How do you factor fun in working from home? We've done some pretty cool things. We're sharing our pets online with people. There's been a whole slew of different activities, from continuing to have a Zoom meeting for the entire company. Every Wednesday morning, we all meet, all 105 of us, for about 20 to 30 minutes to kind of do the state of the state. And so we decided to do that and continue to do that from home. In addition to that, all of our managing partners split up our roster, and we call each and every employee once a week just to check in and see how they're doing. Do they need anything? One of my team members said he really missed his mouse, and he has a special keyboard. And so I said, Rob, I'm on it. I raced to work. I grabbed his favorite mouse and keyboard, and I dropped it off at his house just so that everybody has what they need and can be as comfortable as humanly possible.
I want to hit some of the other major bullet points from your column in the Rochester Business Journal. Well, one of the ones that really struck me was, and you touched upon it right there, is growing closer while growing apart. And you had a couple of nice anecdotes there. How can we grow closer while we're not together?
Well, that's probably the most fascinating thing for me to really realize and feel, whether they're virtual happy hours at the end of the day, whether they're sharing your pets via video. We're also coming out, I think it's this week, with everybody's favorite recipes, because we're all cooped up here. And so we all submitted recipes that we can share with all of our team members and experiment with at home. So it's just kind of thinking a little bit differently and letting everybody be part of that. Ask folks for their ideas and their thoughts, and it really brings everyone closer that way. We value everybody's opinions, we truly do, and so ask them to get involved, ask them to come up with some fun activities, ask them some of the best practices that they're experiencing at home so others can learn.
He also talked about asking for help when you need it. Many people want to be strong.
Yeah.
I can get this. Yeah, I got it. I'm on it. Sometimes we do need some help.
Yeah, and I think, that's the key about leadership is you can't, if you're a great leader, you can't believe that you have to have all the big ideas. You have to reach out and ask for help, ask for ideas. And at the end of the day, it leads to greater job satisfaction for your team. And then it doesn't put the burden on you as a leader.
I want to wrap up the thoughts on your RBJ column with reality versus optimism. We all want to get back to work. We want to be optimistic that it's going to happen soon. It probably won't. how do you balance the reality versus optimism?
Boy, that is a really good question. Hope is an important feeling, right? And we've got to give our team hope. We were very, very fortunate. We were able to get the PPP like lickety split within, I think it was about 72 hours. And then it funneled into our account just a couple of days after that. So we have insurance, if you will, and that has given our team members a lot of hope and looking towards the future. And right now we're talking about on the other side of this, and that too gives them hope. They're looking beyond what's happening right this minute and getting everybody engaged also and asking them for their ideas. What are your thoughts about how things should move forward? And quite candidly, we've gotten some great answers and some great suggestions from our team, the things that we didn't even think about. So it's really important to not be gloom and doom, but also not make any guarantees out there either.
In that same vein, I want to talk to you now as a Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce board member. As a board member, what is your message to our member organizations and their employees, many of whom are struggling now?
Yeah, I think, our community has always risen, right? I mean, we've been through some pretty crazy things over the years, and the resiliency and the perseverance by leaders in our community and team members is just unbelievably great. And so we've always been a great place to live and work, and we're going to be a better great place to live and work in the future. I'm confident of that. If any community can do it, our community can.
All right, Dixon Schwabl, CEO, Lauren Dixon, thank you so much for taking the time today.
Thanks, Dan. Great seeing you.